Hello mates, I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be doing another video reacting to some traditional tattoo tours from YouTube. I have previously made one of these videos before, go and check that out once this video is finished. I've picked two videos to react to some bits from. I'll put the original videos and the original creators in the description. Alright, without further fucking about, we all want to look at some sick ass traditional tattoos, don't we? So, let's get into it. Alright, so our first tattoo tour comes from a creator called UX Matt, and it's called 2022 American Traditional Tattoo Tour! Alright, what have you got for us, Matt?
So from December 2021 to October 26, 2022, I got 13 tattoos in total. Most of them went onto my legs, but 2 of them went onto my chest. So in September of last year, let's start there. My dog, Doders, who was about 13 years old and who had a range of health issues, chronic health issues from when she was very ill before she was adopted. She passed away. It was sudden, not necessarily unexpected, but very, very sudden. So grieved, dealt with that trauma, and then 3 months later, I drove down from Ann Arbor, Michigan, where I was living, to Lakewood Electric Tattoo just outside Cleveland, and Liz Marie, who is at Lady Sea Legs on Instagram, made a really beautiful pet portrait for me.
Oh, that is really beautiful. I love that. Such a touching tribute to such a beautiful little creature. We don't deserve doggos as a human race. They're just, look at this fucking angelic being. That's so sad. It is a really beautiful tattoo though.
All right, January, I get an appointment with Nicole Potes at Fish Ladder Tattoo Company or Co. in Lansing, Michigan. In our email exchange, I say I want a frog, kind of anthropomorphized, doing something maybe a samurai or a gentlemanly sort of frog, and we settle on that gentlemanly frog guy. And when I get there, she shows me the line drawing.
Like, yeah, that's so sick. I love that kind of shit. Like, I love a gentleman traditional tattoo. I think I'd have gone further. I'd have given the frog a handlebar moustache. That is sick, though.
All right, so this brings us to February, which is both my and Victoria, my girlfriend's, birth month. I get 2 tattoos, coincidentally, that month. The first is with Keith Opolensky at Electric Park Tattoo in Detroit, Michigan. It's a really nice shop located in Detroit's Eastern Market. If you've never been there, it's an awesome area of Detroit. So I asked Keith for his take on one of my favorite designs by Fred Marquand. I'm kind of anal retentive about dragons, particularly in the American traditional sort of style. Sometimes I feel like their heads can be slightly off, or the proportions can be off, or they're just somewhat hard to read. Not always, but it's one of the few designs where I'm like really anal retentive. This is the one design that every time I see it, it just looks perfectly proportioned to me. So I asked for the Marquand dragon. Keith kills it.
I love that. I love a dragon tattoo. I do get what he's saying about like it can be difficult to get the proportions to look right, but I mean this is sick, isn't it? I especially love the colour palette as well. I'm a big fan of like a really pared back colour palette, and I love that this is just red, brown, mustard, and obviously you've got your black shading in there as well. Mwah. Chef's kiss.
About a week later, I visit Dawn Smith on Instagram. She's Pretty Tough Tattoos at Harlequin Tattoo over in Hamtramck, Michigan. I get this little mummy sarcophagus guy on the back of my left ankle.
Okay, that's something you don't see a lot of as a traditional tattoo, but that is sick. I love how you got the little skull popping through the bandages. Simple and sweet.
I go to Becca Lerner at White Moth Studio in Indianapolis, Indiana. At that time, I had 2 tattoos for Becca. My wrist cuff over there, and a heron on my right leg. So I get up at like, I don't know, 4 a.m. I drive to Indianapolis for about 4, maybe 5 hours. We get all of the lines and the shading and a bit of green color on my collar piece here.
Oh, that is outrageous. I love a traditional collar. For me, I want to get a full chest piece, but I do really love this look on some people. This guy especially, it suits down to a T. That's just beautiful, so intricate. Must have taken forever, been really painful and all that good stuff, but that is absolutely outrageous. And you can see it's healed an absolute treat as well.
All right, so in June, just before I moved to Pittsburgh, I go back to Lakewood Electric Tattoo in Ohio, but this time to get a piece from Lauren Vandeveer. A few months earlier, Lauren had opened her books up. I immediately put in a request for a piece of flash via email, and I somehow get on her books. So flash forward, on the day of the tattoo, I have no idea what to expect. I get there early, I thumb through her line book, and honestly, I would have probably been happy with any of the designs that Lauren had put in there, but I opted for this lady head. I really love Lauren's lady heads. They're beautiful.
Again, sick as all hell. I mean, the line weight is quite fine for a traditional tattoo. Personally, for me, I prefer a bit of a thicker line weight, although over the time the lines will expand anyway and get thicker. But she's beautiful. Love that. All right, I think we will leave that one there. You know, I want to keep all these things like fair use. I don't want to just sit and watch the whole 20-minute video. I don't think that would really be fair use. And also I want to keep things moving, you know? So go on to our next one. Alright, so our next tattoo tour is from a creator called Angelyca Violet. It's called Tattoo Collection Tour and Meanings, American Traditional Tattoo Sleeve, Chicago, Illinois. Let's have a watch.
So the newest piece I got is right here on my arm. I will pop a picture right here.
Okay, so we have a butterfly with like a cool tattooed hand. Obviously the hand is tattooed, but I mean there's tattoos on the hand. Beautiful. We've gone with kind of like a pastel kind of colour palette, which is cool. It suits her down to a T, obviously. Bit of a white puff in the stars as well. Love that.
But I got this at the end of 2022 and then I finished it this year. It's basically just a portrait of my higher self. Again, I'll pop it on the screen. I just wanted to kind of get at...
Okay. He's holding a crystal, which is cool. Love that shit. Again, we've got kind of pastel colours coming through in there. Beautiful. I love the freckles on her face. Then we've got the crescent moons on her forehead. Just cool shit.
But before that tattoo, I got my sternum done. I think I got it done in 2 sessions, I believe. Again, I'll insert pictures, but it is my sternum.
Okay, so we've got like a sacred heart with 3 daggers going through the bottom of it. Some blood dripping out the bottom. Some barbed wire around it. Just gnarly as fuck, man. Placement's great as well. Just really well done.
It is a sacred heart. I just really like sacred hearts. Again, I am kind of a spiritual girl. I know a sacred heart is technically like within Catholicism, but I just love it. And then also it is giving a 3 of Swords on a tarot deck, which is really cool.
That is really cool. I love that. I love combining those 2 elements together, you know? The Catholicism and the tarot card, and they go...
On my right outer calf, I have a crying heart.
I love the Bert Grimm crying heart. Again, this is really beautifully done. Finer lines than I would personally get again, but still, again, they'll thicken up. And this is beautiful, great saturation, just a really nice version of the Bert Grimm crying heart. I need to get a Bert Grimm crying heart at some point. Fucking love that.
Then in my inner calf, I have another piece done by Ali. This was some flash that she had.
Okay, that's kind of different for a traditional tattoo. It's not like a subject matter that you see a whole lot of. We have some flowers in a vase with a sun behind it, and there's like water dripping out the bottom. Again, a pretty out there kind of colour palette. I love the white highlights. I mean, it's a little bit sacrilegious in traditional tattoos, I think, to put white highlights in things. I do have white highlights in some of my tattoos, but when it works, why complain about it? And it really works for this piece.
And then on my thigh, still on the right leg, is this cherub. I got this done by Natasha Burt.
Love a cherub tattoo. Don't know how I feel about the bum. Great message though of love yourself, love myself. I love myself, you love myself, we all love myself. It is very well done and it is very cute. It's essentially a baby's bum on you though, and that, I don't know, that makes you feel a bit weird. Not sure if I'm into that. And that is it. Those are my reactions to some traditional tattoo tours from YouTube. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button and all of that other YouTube bollocks. If you like the music that you're hearing in the background, well, it was actually all produced by me. I've got another channel where I post beats / instrumentals that I've written for singers to use to write songs to. So if that is something that you are interested in, I'll put a link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.